Hello everybody, Hassan here. I'm an engineer, I have an MBA, and I am ultimately an investor. And in today's video, guys, I want to talk about the idea of researching, right? What does it mean to research into companies that you want to invest in? What does actually the term researching really means when we talk about do your own research? And before we do that, guys, don't forget the mission of this channel is to democratize information for free so that we can all have the same levels of opportunities in this competitive space. And with that, guys, if you can like this video, subscribe, and even share it, it would really help this channel. Really does help the community and ultimately the mission that we have on hand. So please, guys, do like, do subscribe, and do share it. So guys, I just wanted to do a quick video here and really talk about the idea of research, right? So what does researching mean? What does it actually require you to do? And one of the questions I often get, especially some of the conversations I have, is, hey, did you see, CNBC? Did you see CNN? Did you see some of these media outlook, what they said about X or Y company? And guys, if your research limits or is limited to looking at these types of media outlets, I think your research is very below average. Okay, and what I mean by this is that you cannot expect your financial information on a specific company, the outlook of a company, the position of the company, the competitors in the industry, and so on, to be really discovered through CNBC, Yahoo Finance, or those types of media outlets because their incentives are not aligned with yours. What do I mean by this? The legacy media, that's how I call them, legacy media. The legacy media incentives are literally to get your eyeballs and to basically get your clickbait. So what that means is their business model depends on whether you're going to read their articles or watch their videos or basically subscribe to their newsletters or whatever. Your incentive on your end is to get the right information about a particular company or a particular industry. Okay? The reason why I'm making this video is because you have these companies in the genomics space, in gene editing and so on. None of these companies are covered in CNBC. None of these companies are covered in Bloomberg or Yahoo Finance or other media outlets. And it's not necessarily because these companies, like I mentioned, they don't know about the genomic space and gene editing. Many of them actually know that this space exists, but the thing is, it doesn't get as many eyeballs, it doesn't get as many clicks on their articles, and therefore their business model, their ad revenues aren't propelled and aren't really increased by the idea of promoting these types of companies. What they do promote instead is, for example, that Tesla crash that happened just I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they basically literally promoted those articles in their website. And the reason for that is because Tesla is a popular company. Everyone's clicking on articles, anything and everything about Tesla, and you can bet if there's a Tesla crash, you will see so much about the Tesla crash. In fact, they were claiming that autopilot was on, but in reality, it couldn't have been on. So, guys, you get these types of legacy media that really gives you this set of information that is very limited, and their incentives are not aligned with you. And what that means is that on your end, you have to do your due diligence and really research from your own perspective with other people's perspective and really look at the research and the information available on the internet. Everything is available, guys, for free. You do have to dig in. This is why this channel exists. We offer information for free, but there's other YouTubers, there's other media platforms such as Twitter, such as Reddit, such as even Facebook, Instagram, all these platforms, guys. There's always a set of communities that really talk about certain companies, talk about certain industries. When we talk about researching, guys, we're talking about looking at research papers, we're talking about listening to podcasts, even hidden interviews. We covered some of those in these videos. in the previous weeks, where there's certain interviews that are not even covered by legacy media. And these are interviews by big individuals such as Dr. Sam, the CEO of CRISPR Therapeutics, for example. So that's what I really mean by researching, guys. Doing your own research does not limit you to looking at these popular legacy media websites and just basing your investments on whatever they decide to output, because don't forget their incentives are not aligned with what you're and we are trying to achieve in this channel. We're trying to achieve the democratization of information for free. They're not necessarily aligned with that type of mission, and it's not their fault. They have a certain business model to sustain, and they have many employees, they have many servers and many computing cost to cover, and for them to cover all of that, they're sort of obliged to really get those clickbaity articles and really get those eyeballs to view their videos so that they can promote their ads and sustain their business such ways. But on your end, you have to be aware of this type of environment, and you have to really do your own due diligence and really look for that information, through research papers, like I said, through podcast episodes, through different communities, whether that's on Reddit, whether that's on Twitter, whether that's on Facebook. You really have to do your own research, guys, and try to build your community, right? You want to be around YouTube channels, you want to be around those discussion right below this video, guys. If you have any question, you can always leave a comment below. But this is the type of idea you have to be comfortable with, right? Being a part of those types of communities to get really a lot of information about not just a particular company that you're really researching into, but also just getting all the BS from what legacy media could output on a particular company or industry. You want to put that away and really try to look at your incentives and maybe the community's incentives that you're a part of, and really see, what can you find out, what do they don't know that you may know, and this gives you an advantage over other investors, or of course other people that are involved in this competitive space. Investing is definitely competitive, guys. It is very serious money. You guys work really hard for your money. It would be a shame to invest and really be limited to a certain set of informations from legacy media. I think that would do injustice to the hard-earned money from you guys. We all work very hard for our money, so it just makes sense to put in a little bit of time to do that proper research. And again, if you don't want to do that research, there's always index funds. There's always that's huge baskets of many companies involved. But that's to you to decide. We do not recommend stocks. We do not recommend financial advice here. We just provide information for free so that we can democratize this space and really help everyone have the same levels of opportunities. So guys, that's all I wanted to say in today's video. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and we will see each other in the next video. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.